So if you recently got into mountain biking, you might be wondering, what do you need to bring on a ride with you? Whether you go on a long day ride or just a short lunch ride or evening ride, you're going to want to know what you need to bring with you.
And you could be miles away from the parking lot where you parked when you're mountain biking, so that means you could run out of water or you could get a flat, and if you get a flat, you're gonna have to walk your bike all the way back to your car for miles. That would suck.
So I'm Nick.
And I'm Katie.
And we're Nick and Katie, and we're just really trying to get people into the sport, and that's why we're making a lot of these beginner videos, because I know back when we started only about 3 years ago, we were watching tons of videos like this, trying to learn everything we could so that when we went out to the trails, we were prepared and weren't wasting any time looking foolish or having to do maintenance last minute or something like that. We wanted to be as prepared as possible because that's just, you know.
I feel like we still ended up
oh yeah, we ended up in so many situations, but yeah.
So many times being unprepared, and I feel like it's better to have more information than not enough.
Absolutely, and that's what we're going to do today. We're going to cover everything that you might need to bring with you to everything that, you know, is going to be absolutely imperative for you to have out on the trail, so that way you don't have to, like Katie said, get a flat and have to do the walk of shame back to the car park. So that's what we're going to talk about right now. Alright, so first we need to talk about how you're carrying your stuff. So like, we should both hold our backpacks. Alright.
There's still trash in here.
Yeah, if you want to change that, make it good.
That's pretty gross.
Yeah, mine's got trash in it too, yeah. Things you'll need to bring on a trail ride. A taser.
Yeah, I got some important things in here that I can show people.
I like how you have it right now. Let's just leave it raw, honestly.
What the hell is this?
We're gonna leave Katie's backpack just like how it is. Like, I cleaned mine out to show you some stuff, but like, we're gonna go through hers.
What's actually in my bag?
It's like Room Raiders backpack edition.
You never know what's gonna be in this bag.
Alright, so the first thing we need to talk about when it comes to backpacks is go and get yourself a mountain bike specific backpack. Now, you might be wondering, what is a mountain bike specific backpack? Why do I need one? Katie, why would you say that you need a mountain bike specific backpack?
You need a mountain bike specific backpack because there are certain differences, such as these straps that help hold it onto your body. There's two. There's one at the bottom where your waist would be, and there's one at the top where your chest would be. And this helps keeping it secure on your body while you're riding, so it doesn't jump up and down and do terrible things to you while you're riding. And also, this backpack in particular has a special pocket where you can put a water pouch, and then you can lace it through here and through here, and it sits up where your face is, so then you can drink the water as you're riding, and you don't even have to have a water bottle.
Wow.
And it holds about 3 liters of water, and that's a lot of water to be carrying with you. If you're going to be riding all day long, you need a lot of water.
Yeah.
Trust me.
Yeah.
I drink the whole thing.
I have been fighting the whole like hydration pack thing so long. I've been just carrying a water bottle with me, and then I usually bring water and just leave it in the car. We don't go out for extremely long excursions, but when we do push the limits of like a 3, 4, even 5 hour or maybe all day ride, if we're going out and really taking our time, I do wish I had a little bit more water with me, and I do tend to find myself asking Katie for a little smidge of water on occasion. But I've been fighting it so hard because I just like hate to have anything on my backpack, and that's kind of gonna explain the reason why I usually carry a like bum pack or a fanny pack, if you will, because I like to carry as little gear as possible. But with being a YouTuber now recently, we've been carrying a lot more camera gear, so a backpack is pretty much like every single ride, no matter what, unless I'm just like at Rocky Ridge the other day, I didn't wear one, but we didn't film. So if I'm not filming, you probably won't see me with a backpack.
When we first started riding, I used to use this little tiny bag that wasn't meant for riding mountain bikes at all, and it was kind of useless, and it was just a mess. It kind of just flew around on my back and just looked stupid. And
Yeah.
I think this is just so much better.
Yeah, for sure.
It's just a better thing.
Yeah, it really stays tight to your body and doesn't bounce around, and that's the key, honestly. It really comes to, and that's honestly another thing I wanted to mention too. When I wear a fanny pack, to be honest, my fanny pack just went missing. I haven't used it for so long. It just went missing. I don't know where it is, to be honest. And like, I was gonna find it for this video, couldn't find it, but it's basically a small fanny pack. And what I actually do is I fasten it around the front, and I know it looks more dorky that way, but I like when I bend forward, if I don't have too much gear, I can kind of like cradle it, kind of like it's my baby, you know, and it just keeps like the center of gravity more low and more inward, because when I had it on my back, I just feel like it's just donking up in the air, and it doesn't do me any good when my whole balance is just thrown off by something shaking around. So if you're not going to carry a backpack or a fanny pack, you're going to be resorting to putting things on your actual bike, and there's a couple ways to do that. So on my Kuwahara Puma, which is a vintage mountain bike that I have, I just use a Velcro strap and actually strap it to the frame. And on other bikes that I've had, I've actually just used electrical tape like this, which is really good because it's pretty sleek when it's on there. It's really good for enduro races, times where you'll need to use something and won't necessarily need to put something back on, just to strap it to your bike or any part, even under your seat perhaps. The great part about this is it doesn't really leave any residue on your bike when you take it off, so that's a plus, and it's pretty simple to use. So another option that you actually have too with certain bikes that you would buy would be with the Specialized bikes that we bought, the swap component or the swap box down here. So we're going to do a little demonstration here. Katie is going to show us how to remove the swap box. The same thing is true of my stump jumper. It comes off the same exact way and just exposes the whole down tube here to basically store whatever you want. So it makes it really easy to basically bring a tube and different tools with you and not have to carry it on your person, which is probably the coolest thing about these bikes, honestly. I've seen other bikes, like my friend Chris's Enduro actually stores it up here in the headset. It like pops in like a little tool that pops out. I've seen them in people's bottom brackets, basically not in these bottom brackets here, but like any like hollow bottom bracket down here where you could basically put something. Basically any hollow space people are going to try to use to fit tools and different things and to make the bike more I don't know, we're going to say nifty, I guess, because carrying tools on your bike is pretty nifty. And then the final option would be just to put things in your pockets. I wouldn't put like a phone or keys in a pocket that's not going to have a zipper on it, because obviously things could fall out. But if you're just doing like local dirt jumps or going to a bike park or just going for a short ride around, it really can't hurt to just throw things in your pocket and keep it simple.
It's pretty common for bikes to have some mechanical issues while out on the trails. You might encounter a flat tire, you might pop it on a sharp rock, your chain might pop. You need to figure out how to repair that on the trail. You might have some loose parts on your bike, loose components like that might be dangerous, like if your back wheel becomes detached from your bike.
My entire wheel just came off!
And there's some tools that will help you out with doing quick repairs.
So basically within these these are like SWAT bags that Specialized gave us when we got these bikes, and they're super nice for keeping things in. Obviously keeps things, they're like Velcro-y guys, but within these 3 bags you'll pretty much have everything that you need to take out in the trail. And what's cool is me and Katie always ride together, so we kind of can share some of the load with this. There's obviously a few key things that we'll both need to carry, but for the most part we don't really have to carry duplicates of all this stuff. So let's show you what we got here. We'll start with opening this up. Do you want to open that up? It's like Christmas.
Ah,
a tube. Wow. So what's cool about bringing a specific tube like this tube is this is a 29-inch tube, and what you can actually do with a 29-inch tube is roll it up so that you can fit it on smaller wheels as well. So I have a 27.5 bike that I ride all the time. Katie rides a 29, so we carry this 29-inch tube. That way, if we need to do a repair on either bike, we'll be set. And I'll basically show you how you do that. You basically push the tube inside of itself like this and get it going until it kind of, eats itself like this. Until you get it to a small enough size that it'll pop into a 27.5-inch or a 26-inch mountain bike tire. So you basically do this, and you want to counterbalance the weight by doing it on the opposite end of wherever the valve is. So you just do that and you pop it in. It's a nice little trick. Obviously this isn't like meant forever. You should obviously make your bike tubeless, because why wouldn't you do that? And this is just a nice little trick. So that's the tube. You got to make sure you have a tube with you, just because, if things go wrong, if all these other things that we show you don't work, you're gonna need this trusty tube to get you home. And you might think you're good, you can fix everything, but a tube is always gonna have your back, and that's why pretty much every mountain biker should carry a tube with them. Let's see what's in here next.
It's a little bike pump.
Yeah.
And you can use this on the trail in case you get a flat.
I just think there's like a couple benefits to having a actual pump over having CO2. We tried the whole CO2 thing and bought probably. Yeah, no, it's a nice little lever then. It gives you like more an ergonomic grip. But yeah, basically like we tried the CO2 thing and we have this little guy right here, which is what you would need, which is basically a CO2 inflator, and then you would need some CO2. But we've used so much CO2 and not have had the best results with it, and found that we were happy to have an actual pump with us. There was times where my buddy actually had to ride back up to the top of the trail to go to his car and bring an actual pump down because my CO2 was depleted while trying to get my tire to reseal after there was a puncture in it. So basically, if you have this with you, it does suck having to pump a million times, but it's gonna get you out of the jam, and it's not gonna be something where you run out of it and then you're just kind of stranded. So that's why I advocate for pumps. They are reliable. I like old reliable. Anything that's, you know, simple, old, stupid, the original kind of, you know, it's a little bulkier, but whatever. Like it's trusty. So we're gonna go with that. All right, let's see what's in this last container here then. All right, so what's in there? All right.
Lots of stuff.
Start telling me about it.
Okay, we got a tire lever. And that's for taking off the tires.
I'm stubborn tires.
And then we got a tire repair kit.
Mm-hmm.
And this is, let's see. And it has little pieces of bacon.
Yep, little tire plugs. And a tire plug applicator, which is that little...
So little strips.
Yep.
And then this little thing, that's the needle that pushes it in.
Yep. So basically with that, you'll just thread one of those little bacons through the needle, and you'll push it in, and then you pull it out so where it gets pinched inside. And that's how you would repair, you know, most tubeless tire incidents. If it's on the sidewall, you're gonna have a lot harder time. It's most likely you're not gonna be able to salvage that tire, but that's helped me out of a lot of jams in the past, and I definitely recommend carrying one of those with you.
This is a link, chain link.
Yep.
And this is the main part that puts on and off the chain. And you'll need this in case that breaks.
Yeah, so basically if your chain breaks out on the trail, you're going to need this chain tool here, and you're going to need this master link to repair it. You're going to have to push out some of the rivets to where you get it to two ends where the master link will actually go on. It's pretty obvious once you look at the master link how it goes, but you basically want to get it to where it's two like nub ends there with the holes in it so you can connect the master link. And basically, most mountain bike chains should run just fine if you shorten them just a little bit, so it should be able to get you home from your ride. You obviously need to replace your chain though before you go for your next ride. Obviously, different tools have different purposes, so the tools that would be good for working on our stump jumpers here and my 5010 might not be as good for my old vintage Kuwahara, which is why I have like a whole different small multi-tool for that. We'll show you some pictures of those as well. Just so you can kind of compare what we'd be using. Obviously, on the modern mountain bikes, you're going to have like Torx bits, you're going to have Allen keys that are more specific for these types of bikes. And for an older bike, you're going to want things like Phillips screwdrivers and, you know, flathead screwdrivers, different things like that, that would be more suited for all around or older, even basic, you know, Walmart type bikes. So, yeah, each tool is a little bit different. So find what works best for you and go get that. I'll be the first to admit that I put my bike ahead of myself when it comes to taking care of things, but it is important to have proper nutrition and hydration out on the trail to get the most out of your ride. So Katie, tell us about hydration and nutrition.
Okay, you need a water bottle, something that will fit into your bike holder really well and not fall out. And then you need to fill up your water bottle the whole way. If you're going on like a short ride, this is enough. If you're going on a long ride, which is a whole day, maybe a couple hours, you're gonna need a backpack and you're gonna need to fill up a water pouch, and you're gonna need to use that instead, because you might actually need to fill this and that up, because you might need extra water. You might need to have double, like
extra water.
Also, you need to invest in some GU energy packets.
Oh yeah.
Because
The sauce.
these things are amazing. They have worked so well. They give you energy. They have amino acids in them. They give you sodium. They are just so good. They taste good. The flavor, no, that flavor is horrible. The flavor is good. This is a good, don't listen to the banana.
Birthday cake? Is that birthday
Strawberry
cake?
banana sucks. S'mores all the way.
S'mores and birthday
S'mores
cake.
all the way. Who agrees? Give us a like, a comment. Please tell us.
Yeah, what's your favorite flavor, GU Energy?
S'mores.
They have coffee, like
Birthday
caffeinated
cake.
ones that are
Birthday
really good
cake.
too. We obviously ate all those
The
already.
chocolate one is freaking amazing.
Yeah.
Anyway, okay. So,
We
yeah.
are not sponsored, but we'd love to be sponsored.
These things are a lifesaver. Seriously.
Yeah, they're super good. But pretty much anything would be good. We also eat like stroop waffles and stuff like that. So pretty much like any kind of like high calorie food that you can get in your body is going to be better than not eating anything at all. Don't overeat because you will kind of feel like crap too, you know. So take care of your body and it'll take care of you.
So,
This is a good time to talk about your backpack.
there's some essential items you will always need. And if you're like me, you're going to have extra essentials.
Extra.
So, I have my backpack here, which I haven't cleaned out yet. And I have a lot of stuff in, like, random stuff in here, such as this. This is a bag that I have wet wipes in. I have plastic gloves. I have tape and Neosporin and gauze and what else? This is part of my first aid kit, but that's just extra because I have more first aid kit. I have a whole little box here. And actually, it comes in handy and I do use it. This thing looks all banged up, but I use it really often. Why is it wet?
Ooh.
I don't know if it's wet. What is that? Anyway, there's
I
some
don't
sticky
know.
on it.
It was
It's
on
called
the
GU
car,
Energy.
so it's probably like
There's
falling.
a like a GU Energy
Get some nooch.
on it. So I have this trusty first aid kit, and it has some items in it that I have put in there. It has a big giant band-aid. It has alcohol wipes. And then I have some little steri tapes, and I have a tissue with ibuprofen in it, and more band-aids, stuff for stings. I have matches. I have a nail file because you never know when you need to file your nails. I have some paper clips. I have bobby pin. I have clothespins. I have a razor in case you need to cut something, because maybe you're very important item in here. I have, can you hold that?
Yeah, absolutely.
I have this for emergencies, because if you're in trouble and you need help, you can whistle, you can pepper spray, or you can knife them.
Don't f with shawties, basically what we're saying.
You need these things because if there's a freaking crazy person, or a rabid raccoon, or if somebody's being weird, you can spray them in the eyes. I don't know, maybe you fell and you can't yell, but you can whistle. I don't know. There's a lot of uses for these things.
I didn't even realize you were this prepared, to be honest.
I have a pair of clear goggle glasses. They're just really cheap goggle glasses, and this is for when it's either really wet or like really bad conditions outside, or if there's a lot of bugs. I use this when it's really buggy outside, because bugs go right in your eyes, and that's awful. That just sucks so much. You don't want to be picking bugs out of your eyes all day long. And oh, I got a snack.
Oh.
I got a Lara bar in here. Lara bars are good. This is like emergency.
Yeah,
funds
you always
down
got like
here.
the extra snacks too. I rely heavily on this woman.
Oh, I have some GU Energy. I have a GU Energy. This is the bad flavor. Of course, I never ate it. I have some raisins in here.
Oh, nice.
They're probably old. I have maps in here. I have a lot of random stuff in here.
Wow.
Yeah. Got a mask in here in case you never know if you need that.
Yeah, right.
But yeah, I think that's about it. And then I have these little pockets over here that you can put your trash in. So if you're trying to eat really quick and you don't litter, you put it in your pocket. Okay?
Yeah, don't litter.
You put it in your pocket.
Boom. That was good. Yeah, this is Katie's backpack, the mystery. Yeah, she pretty prepared. I'm pretty proud of you, honestly, Dave. Like that's respect. Like you like I said earlier, I put my bike first. I'm always worried about the bikes, but you're worried about the humans, which is what really matters. So I like that about you. Alright guys, so thank you so much for watching the video. That was the things that you would need to take with you on a mountain bike ride. And I really hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure to go give it a like and let us know in the comments what are some things that maybe you would take on a mountain bike ride that we didn't mention. Because obviously, you know, some things slip through the cracks and we haven't really been prepared for everything on the mountain bike trails. Because you just can't, you know, like life comes at you and who knows what's gonna happen. So if you like our channel and if you're new to mountain biking especially and just want to find more videos like this, go subscribe to our channel because we make tons of videos like this on the topic. We also do adventures and tips and builds as well for all different types of mountain bikers. So thank you guys so much for watching. I'm Nick.
I'm Katie.
And you're watching Nick and Katie. Thanks for watching.
So don't forget our good tips for your beginner mountain bike ride.
Bro, you're so funny. We got our good tips for your beginner mountain bike.
Okay. Grab your backpack. Let's go.
Backpack,
Jump
backpack.
in. Dominoes.
Backpack,
You
backpack.
can lead
Backpack,
the way.
backpack. Boom. Subscribe to Nick and Katie.
Subscribe. Subscribe. Subscribe.
Subscribe.
Subscribe.
Subscribe.
Subscribe.
Subscribe.
Subscribe.
Subscribe.
Are we recording?
Subscribe.
Why are we so crazy?